Pop quiz, hotshot. How much cash do you earn for playing a match of Splatoon? 1,000? 3,000? 96,000? If you guessed any of these answers, you're right. Yes, really. If this doesn't make any sense, you're not alone. It's a complicated system, and there's a lot that isn't directly revealed to us. We'll be covering how much is earned in each mode across a variety of scenarios, so you can always be getting the maximum amount of cash. So, let's get to work. First, we have to define what we're talking about. There are a lot of different types of rewards in Splatoon 3, like badges, gear, fish scales, experience, and even more, but we aren't talking about those today. Instead, we'll be focusing on cold, hard, digital cash. The different modes dish it out in various amounts. The 3 modes in question are Turf War, Ranked Mode, and Salmon Run. When it comes to battle modes, it's a little strange why they aren't clear about how much you earn. If you want to understand how much cash you get at the end of a match, forget about the numbers you see. These are only loosely related to how much cash you'll receive at the end of a match. We'll cover the battle modes together to keep this as organized as possible. There's only 2 ways that you earn cash in battle modes. The big one is the win bonus. This is going to vary based on the mode and your rank. The win bonus in Turf War is always 1,000. Remember how I said forget about the numbers at the end of the match? This is why. There is no indication of the cash win bonus. Looking at the results screen, it seems like you earn 600 rather than 1,000. The same goes for ranked modes. The numbers you see only apply to your level and catalog experience. Ranked modes are a little different since there isn't a flat rate for the win bonus. Winning the match with or without a knockout actually earns 2 different amounts of cash, but that's not the end of the story. Depending on your rank, you'll have a higher win bonus. According to the Splatoon wiki, the low end is 1,000 at C- without a knockout. On the high end, it's possible to earn 3,400 at S+ with a knockout. I can't personally verify all these numbers, but I know the 3,000 for a win and 3,400 for a knockout are correct at S+. Again, we still have an incomplete picture. The second way cash is earned is through playing for the objective. In Turf War, this means painting. The amount of turf inked will be converted into cash at the end of a match. If you paint a lot, you earn a lot, but I definitely caution you against picking a weapon solely based on how effective it is at inking. Try picking weapons you like and ones that you're skilled with so you can still win the match. As for ranked modes, your progress on the objective is how you earn cash. It's this number multiplied by 5. Why is it multiplied by 5? Because that's what the developers decided was the absolute perfect number. So most of the time, you'll get the objective points converted into cash. If you lose without getting knocked out, that's all you'll get. If you win, you get that amount plus the win bonus. But there is one exception to earning cash in ranks. If you get knocked out, you will earn no cash at all. None. This is because according to the scoring at the end of the match, the opposing team knocked out all of your points. So it boils down to this. Cash in Turf War comes from ink turfed if you lose, and ink turfed plus 1,000 for being on the winning team. Ranked has 4 outcomes. Worst case scenario, you get knocked out and earn nothing. If time runs out and you're on the losing team, you only earn cash equal to your progress multiplied by 5. Winning the match by timeout gives the win bonus based on your rank plus your progress multiplied by 5. And finally, the best case scenario, a win by knockout. When that happens, you'll earn the knockout bonus based on your rank plus the progress multiplied by 5, which will always be 500. So we can see that the battle modes have a lot of factors that determine how much cash is earned, but at least we can see where the cash is coming from. While the game isn't very transparent, at least it all makes sense. Salmon Run is an entirely different beast. Whether you win or lose a match of Salmon Run, you earn no cash. Okay, well, that was easy. Case closed. Salmon Run sucks because it doesn't give out cash. Just kidding. Earning Grisco points allows you to redeem capsules, which could have cash in them. Of these capsules, 4 colors can reward the player with cash. Blue, green, and orange have a maximum payout of 5,000 cash, which occurs 50% of the time. If you really want cash, you want the yellow capsules. They will always contain cash, with the minimum being 5,000. Just over half the time they contain 16,000 cash, and 10% of the time they're worth a whopping 32,000. This seems like a lot, but it's a lot less than you'd think. Since the yellow capsule has different odds for each value, we can actually calculate the average value of a yellow capsule, multiply each value by the associated percentage, and add it all up. That gives us 12,100 cash on average for a yellow capsule. That's not bad, but you don't exactly get yellow capsules consistently. I collected data about the drop rates of capsules for a couple weeks, and I found that blue, orange, and green capsules appear around 25% of the time each. The chance of a yellow was only 18%, while pink was only 7%. But who cares about pink? We're talking about cash. So if you want to really know the value of a capsule, regardless of color, we have to do the same thing as before, but on a bigger scale. If you want to know my methodology, pause the video here, but I don't want this to get even more involved than it already is. So if we calculate the average value of a capsule, it turns out that you'll earn 4,053 cash for each capsule you redeem on average, regardless of color. What this means is that if you play until the second super bonus every rotation, on average, you'll be earning 40,000 cash. After that, the only capsules are pink, which means cash can only be earned until the first 12 capsules are redeemed. So if you're playing after that to get badges, rank, or fish scales, you won't be earning cash for long in that rotation. Bummer. And I know I said we won't be talking about every type of reward, but I think the ability chunks and tickets can't be completely ignored in Salmon Run. If you're the type of person who only plays Salmon Run, then all of this is pointless anyway. Even the cash has very little use. And if you're the type of person who plays Salmon Run often but spends most of their time in the battle modes, then these rewards are of great value. It's difficult to say what they're worth, but going by the lowest prices in the shell out machine, an ability chunk is worth around 1,600 cash since you get 3 for 5,000. You also get these from duplicate gear pieces. The food and drink tickets are worth about 5,000 cash in the best case scenario from the shell out machine. Lasting for 20 matches means that they allow you to gain tens of thousands of extra cash each 20 matches played. So even though the other rewards in Salmon Run aren't literally cash, they are still worth a substantial amount. Salmon Run definitely has a chance for you to rake in tons of cash, but it certainly is not a consistent source of income. I've seen numbers as high as 100,000 for 4 matches, or as low as 5,000, so it's a slot machine in that aspect. However, you can make a guess about how much you'll earn based on the colors of the upcoming capsules, and since you won't be earning cash after playing for so long, there's a hard limit to how much you can earn in any rotation. I guess you could chalk that up to it being a part-time job. Mr. Grizz only has so much payroll. But there is still one piece to the puzzle remaining. We still haven't talked about cash earned compared to time spent. Given that your rank in either mode is a big factor, this is going to be a surprisingly big topic to tackle, and there might be graphs involved. So if you want to know what to do to get the most cash, experience, and catalog levels in the least amount of time, get subscribed so you don't miss the next video. Once it's live, I'll have a link to that video here, but I'm going to wrap things up for now. I hope this has helped to clear up any confusion about how much cash the game actually gives out, since it doesn't often explicitly show us. Thanks for watching, let me know if you have any thoughts on the matter, and, as always, good luck, and good Splatooning!